Okay. Hey, yo, Kanye, show these niggas you good for more than just making beats.
You at the bar trying to ask what that hypno hit for. If you gotta ask that, you can't afford to get mo. Dawg, slow down, you can't afford to sit mo. Leave the club now, come back when you get dough. Many hoes, many hoes in a foe, especially I'm in the gold Cadillac, back to back, red, black, and indigo. Tell me they ain't pimping, yo. Especially they in a row, keep at least two that can't keep they cool, cause I stay G'd up like the first week of school. Take them broke clothes back to they section 8, where I pass this dick around like a collection plate. This white hoe said, Lottie Dottie, we love to party, and that bitch ain't broke, so that means she sniff coke. And she only 17, so that means she can't vote. So if we do anything, that means you can't quote. Listen up, man.
Kanye Omari West, aka Ye, born June 8th, 1977. No matter how you feel about him, Michael Jordan is arguably the greatest player of all time. For people like myself, he's no question the GOAT. The same could be said about Kanye West. Once upon my time, Jay-Z was considered the Mike Jordan of this mic recording. But guess what? Not even he dominated the game like today's feature. In total, Kanye West has sold over 35 million albums to date, Jay-Z 27 million. Kanye has 2 albums selling over 5 million records to Jay-Z's 1. Outside of music, Mr. West has managed to surpass a financial feat we never thought would be done again so soon. That is, becoming hip-hop's richest artist ever and surpassing Jay-Z. The quality of his art and longevity of his albums being generational music that could relate to more than becoming a drug dealer, parlaying that into your own record label, becoming a success in rap, then fading away into the sunset in all glory. Kanye was the underdog, the awkward nerd praying for the day the popular kids took him serious. How'd he do it? He worked and planned, stayed focused, and made the people listen and view his vision. Then he took over and dominated an era. When everyone was celebrating Lil Wayne around the Carter 3 and thinking for sure he had the throne for the next 10 years, Kanye West said, hold my space boots, wash my Wranglers, buy this blank CD cover and album casing, as I'm so good, I can sell you whatever I please and you will line up to witness my greatness. Jay-Z was Jordan of his, but Kanye was Jordan of this era. But like Michael Jeffrey, it came a time where those moves no longer worked. Younger, almost splitting images of him started to come along and drop 55 on his head top as he planned, plot, and strategized schemes to compete like he did when he earned three-peats. Ye, as he's now known, is on his final laps. Is this the point where he finally outsmarts himself and pushes controversy so far in order to stay in the game that he's now heaving it from half court all for the love he once got? Or is he doing what he'd like us to believe, fighting for freedom of speech instead of being cancelled because the masses don't agree? Or because forever one race has been treated like untouchables while people can say whatever about his? Fighting for his ultimate freedom from brands that misuse his ideas for their own good while strengthening their brands for decades to come. Ye managed to force his way from underneath them all with his seemingly anti-Semitic beliefs while turning most his own people against him at the same time. And all for what in the end? Will it all be worth it? What happened to Kanye West? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music. Let's get it, man.
Y'all ready to keep this thing moving?
Ye, born Kanye West in Atlanta, Georgia, moved to the south side of Chicago at 3 years old with his mother after his parents split. Not long after, Kanye's mom Donda noticed something special in her son. It wasn't that he was clearly going to be the best rapper or most successful rapper, but that he had a passion for becoming a star in entertainment. Since 6 years old, Kanye was drawn to the camera's spotlight and mashed with it like potatoes and gravy on Thanksgiving. She pushed him to follow his dreams no matter what, and it's exactly what he did. Anyway, how he was going to 1. Survive, and 2. Make it big as a rapper. Survival came first, and the only way he knew how at the time that could keep him around hip-hop without being accepted as a rapper yet was to make beats. He made beats for any artist that would work with him in Chicago and built his name into a bright young producer until Rockefeller Records took a chance on him and acquired his services to help rejuvenate Jay-Z's career on the 2001 Blueprint album. Those studio sessions with Jay-Z, Kanye showcased his rap skill any chance he got and then eventually won over Jay-Z and Dame Dash, who signed him to The Rock, and the rest was history. I'm sure we are all familiar with his career successes, but here are 3 growth stunts that tarnished Kanye West's legacy one soundbite or oversized t-shirt at a time. Stunt number 1, being desperate. As alluded to earlier, Kanye West has always been a desperate person. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because to have ultimate success at anything, I think you have to reach a point of desperation to see your visions through. Most great people were built after they felt their back were against a wall. That desperation is what made him keep going after crashing his car so bad he mangled his face and had doctors tell him he would never rap again. Through the wire, he did rap. If only they knew that was just the beginning. Not only has he become the most successful rapper, whenever he uses that same voice doctors said would never be the same, he shifts media's entire work week schedule, all to cover him as fast as they can to ride his wave. I saw multiple shows on the sports channel ESPN talking about what Kanye West said like he was LeBron James about to pass Kareem. There's power in Kanye West's voice. There's also the need to be heard, and the more he ages in entertainment, the worse his desperation has gotten to do so. From creating a buzz by dropping the same day as hip-hop's hottest rapper 50 Cent at the time for enough controversy to sell, to George Bush doesn't care about black people, to slavery was a choice and I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Not sure what side he hopes to land on, but those groups of people have all but cut ties with him and acknowledge his desperation to still be front page news is now hurting their own brand. All because he needs the attention at all costs, to sell records or just to feel that power once again. Stunt number 2, not standing on it.
I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion.
Black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize, Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment. It hurt the black people, so I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me.
As it relates to basketball again and the GOAT on his last legs with the Washington Wizards, you can't hesitate for a second on that fadeaway or first step to the basket. Those kids that came up after you studied those moves already and know what's coming. Kanye, if that's the lane you're going down, whether right or wrong, stand on that and not apologize to anyone. Don't hesitate, drive the ball all the way to the basket and deal with the defense when you get there. After offending the Jewish community like everyone that's expressed anti-Semitism publicly while being a public figure, he apologized for how he made them feel and now says he just wants people to come together and not alienate them like his words were doing over the past few weeks. But going back and forth only feeds the ones that laugh now while saying, "See, I told you so." Whoever says anything toward the small hats will be punished and forced to kiss the ring, losing everything from your family to your wealth. Stand on it, Kanye, because what's respect? Stunt number 3, overestimating his power. Let's assume Kanye West was doing all this as a way to free himself and be able to move forward, not contractually tied to any of the brands holding him back and stealing his ideas for other pieces. Does that still give him the right to say the alienating things he said towards black people and one that lost his life to the knee of a white cop? Can he really still stand on saying slavery was a choice without clarity and black people still buy his albums? I don't think he's that powerful. Maybe at one point, maybe in 2019, but now that today, where he lost his brand backing and according to him, $2 million fighting for the right to say as he wishes and not be cancelled for saying what many are scared to, and his freedom of speech. He went from George Bush doesn't care about his race to undermining his own race to exalt another. And maybe that's why he feels he's that powerful, that black people are always in his back pocket for him to use as he sees fit. But day by day, the isolation is real. Certainly the beginning of the end of Kanye West as we knew him, all because he thought he was too powerful. All in all, Kanye should be allowed to say whatever he wants, but he can complain with the reaction he gets for saying something people don't agree with as a mass. It's all hurting the end of his music legacy as he's going out even more sad than Michael did back in 2003 on one of the worst teams in the NBA. Will he continue to apologize, or will he continue to self-sabotage as an excuse for why he isn't Kanye West as we once knew him anymore? Salute, much respect to Kanye. It's your boy JC Stunted Growth Music, and I'm out.